One of the things that we pride ourselves in, one of our eight values is lead with empathy, and so much so that we actually it's a USP that we pitch to our clients, that we lead with empathy both internally and externally, and that's the extension of also thinking about putting your user first always, and it's always with that. And the most embarrassing thing was that when we did this mapping, so there were two magic things that happened. One was being able to map our values to these IDGs, and then second one was quantifying that and getting the results. And when I looked at it, and Mark did this whole thing saying, "Kuze, what do you think you have scored the highest on?" And hubris and confidence, I was like, "Of course, you scored high on empathy." And then he showed me the results, and empathy is what we scored the least on. And that was a big light bulb moment. It was a big thing that we realized. My grandfather used to say that 80% of solving a problem is acknowledging that a problem exists, and we didn't even know that this was a problem, right? And this assessment was something that brought that out to the fore for us. And just talking about it internally, and showing that this is where we are, this is the report card, was actually a very big step change in everybody's mind. So because, as I said, we internally used to pride ourselves because we had won these awards and whatever for being a model culture company. Uh, and then when the results came, we realized that there's a lot more work to be done, and that was the start of the journey. And as I said, the big step in this was showing the results that this is that we are actually low on empathy, and talking about empathy and whatever it is. We didn't do anything big or dramatic or uh, activities, etc. It's acknowledgement, talking about it, and then saying what else can we do. One of the mantras that we actually brought in is uh, do you, when there's a conflict or a challenge, we ask the question, do you believe that the other person is doing the best that they can? Okay. You always, if there is a problem, you always start with this question first. That do you think that Devi is doing the best that she can? Yes or no? 100% of the time, always everybody says yes, right? So then the second question, if that is yes, then what is the problem, right? And you um, shift the problem from being people centric to being actual problem centric, and why is this creating a source, right? So just things like this has been quite incredible.